Hi. Okay, here's the last of my when people tell me they don't have time to blank series. So in this last video, I wanted to just share a little bit of information because again, as I mentioned, Arbonne is fantastic. And the reason that I jumped into this business is because we have something for everybody, right? And it's all consumable. So in terms of a business perspective, why wouldn't you want to be sharing something with people that they're going to use? They're going to use up, they're going to have to reorder. And then you've got built in residual income, right? Which is what it's really all about. Plus, I mean, the products are amazing, all of that stuff. But the other thing is, so they're consumable, meaning, again, people buy them, use them, run out of them, need to reorder. They're also, because we have such a huge product suite, I guess, if you will, we have something for everybody. So we've got skincare, we've got nutrition, we've got makeup and cosmetics, we have kids' care stuff, we've got personal care items, we have essential oils, we have literally anything that we can make from a plant-based, we do. So deodorant, toothpaste, lotions, again, all the main things that I mentioned. Plus right now with the Christmas line, we have all kinds of Christmas ideas and Christmas gifts that really just blow the competition out of the water. So we can talk to anybody. We're sharing with them all kinds of great products that they use, and then we'll need to reorder. They're going to share with their friends. Again, residual income. So one of the things I hear all the time, because that sounds great, right? And people are like, yeah, I mean, okay, sure. I'll share some information with people. I'll make it, residual income. Sounds great. But then when they get really down to it, they're like, oh, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do that. I'm really busy. And I get it, you guys. No one is sitting around with like an extra 10 hours a week. Like, I really hope somebody just knocks on my door or sends me a text message or comes up to me and throws something to take this extra 10 hours a week off my plate, right? Because it's driving me crazy that I've got this time that I have nothing to fill with, right? I'm just bored. I don't really know what to do with myself. Not one person watching this has extra time. I totally get it. None of us do. I didn't when I first started my business. But what I did have is hope. I had a dream. I had big goals that I wanted to hit. I could see what this business was going to do for my family. And I was like, yes, I'll find as much time as is needed to get those goals done because that's amazing. If I can make, there's only very quickly, there's only 4 levels of success in this company. The top one is national vice president, and there you're making a minimum of $22,000 to $25,000 a month, and then it just kind of goes up from there. A lot of people are hitting that within like 3 to 5 years of starting their business. Along the way, you're making anywhere from $500 a month to $1,500 a month to $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and then you get to that $20,000 level. So, and that's a month. There's great tips, other incentives that go along with it too. But when I heard that, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I don't care if it takes me 10 years. If I can make this business to where I can retire from my day job, I can be home with my son, and I can travel and take him places and let him travel and really see the world. So when he's learning about New England in history class, I can take him to New England for spring break. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing, right? And that's literally what this business is going to provide for my family. I know it will. So again, I saw that why it's so big for me that I moved other things around. I let go of some things. I stopped saying yes to a lot of other things that weren't necessarily fueling me and said yes to this opportunity that really does. So I just wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about that when people say I don't have time to. So I'm going to tell you in the next 5 minutes all the ways that you can build this business by not adding any other time to your already very full plate. Okay, so I'm gonna wait until it hits 4 minutes. Okay, so the first thing you can do, can you text a few people? How long does it take to text something? Like a minute. Okay, so can you send 5 texts a day? That's 5 minutes. Can you do that? Let's say that you what sport is happening? Football. So your son plays football, or daughter, whatever. Maybe your daughter plays hockey. I have a good friend of mine, her daughter plays hockey. We're at games or we're at practices. Could you maybe talk to some people that you know there in the stands? I mean, I know, if you're a mom like me, you're making friends with people that are next to you. I mean, I don't know a stranger. If you're sitting next to me for more than 2 minutes, I'm going to know who you are. And hopefully I'm going to leave you a little better than how I found you, right? And I'm for sure going to share with you that I do Arbonne. And then, if you're interested in that, then we'll continue the conversation. But could you do that? Of course. You're already sitting there. Why not talk to somebody, right? Let's see. What's the other thing that you can do? Can you call people on your way home from work? You're already in your car. I mean, could you make a few phone calls? I commute. It takes me about 40 minutes to an hour to get home. In the evenings, if I work from home or if I work in the office all day, I am an outside salesperson, so I have a lot of downtime in the car, kind of throughout the day. So I do a lot of my calls from there. I mean, in 40 minutes, how many people can you call, leave voicemails for, or maybe even chat with in 40 minutes? That's a handful, right? Let's say that you are on an airplane, you're traveling maybe for work or even for fun, and you're sitting next to somebody. Most flights are going to be at least an hour, right? I mean, from Sacramento to LA is an hour. So yeah, why not maybe talk to some people about Arbonne? I flew to Denver actually for an Arbonne retreat, and I ended up talking to the two gals next to me about Arbonne, and they were thrilled. I mean, it was great. And you're already sitting there. And so here's the thing too. I mean, I've given you probably an idea of the things that how you can work this in. And you might be thinking like, oh, that's weird. I don't want to sell people anything. Let me tell you, when you give someone hope, you are giving them a gift. It's like, here's this pencil. It's so great because it's going to give you this pencil right here is going to deliver everything that you want in your life. Because we all know anything that you want in your life comes from either having more time or more money. Arbonne gives you both. If you can build a multi-million-dollar business, meaning you're probably making anywhere a month from $30 to $50 to $60,000 a month, what can you do with that? I mean, really think about that. Most of us can probably, I mean, we can pay our bills with $10,000 a month. We can comfortably pay our bills $10,000 a month. And that's even with maybe some extras net. You're bringing home $10,000 a month. So think of if you were making $20,000 a month and you had $10,000, you just could do whatever with. What would you do? Who would you help? I always think that. Who would you help? Because I love helping people. I help my church. I help Canine Companions for Independence. I help other, smaller charities. We just went to an event for United Way, so I help them. I mean, I'm not in the position where I can help a whole lot yet, but I will be. I mean, how great would it be to be able to cut a $10,000 check to your favorite charity? No questions asked. The holidays are coming up. How great would it be to not only adopt a family, adopt a whole orphanage or a whole homeless shelter or like a women's and children's center? How about be able to sponsor, a Make-A-Wish, like sponsor a wish? I mean, think of that. You will change the world by doing that. You'll change someone's world. There are people that are struggling out there to make an extra $500 a month. Trust me, I know. Personally, I know. Okay? So think of that gift that you're giving them. Oh, you need $500 to pay your car payment this month, and you were really stressing out and wondering how you were going to make that happen? Here you go. Here's $500. Does that feel icky to you? Does that feel like, oh, that's weird, that it's uncomfortable, I don't really want to do that? Of course it doesn't. That feels wonderful. So that's what we're doing here, you guys. We're not jamming things down someone's throat. We're not forcing them to buy something we know that they really don't need. We know that our products, because of, especially the nutrition set, because of the health epidemic and the obesity epidemic, and not even obesity, but we know how bad of an issue, heart diseases, diabetes, and a lot of those things don't necessarily come because you're obese. They just are maybe, your body's responding in a different way, and you need to eat a plant-based lifestyle because that's the way God made us. Not to be 100% vegan all the time, but we are not made to be eating meat multiple times every single day. And we are omnivores, but look that up. It's not the same. Your skin. I mean, how great is it to just offer people a way to have better skin? I had cystic acne and eczema my whole life. And now my skin is great. It's beautiful. This is the best my skin has ever looked in my life, and I'm 41 years old. And thank you that somebody had the guts to ask me to try Arbonne. I could just go on and on and on. But you guys, this is not forcing people. This is an amazing opportunity to change your life, not only your life, but your entire network's life. And if you even have an inkling to help people, then let's talk. Again, this can work into anybody's lifestyle. I'm over my 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop. But trust me, I personally work with people that were stay-at-home moms, teachers, lawyers, a lot of hairstylists, personal trainers, a lot of people in the health and fitness industry because of our nutrition program is so great. That should say something right there, right? A lot of small gym owners, teachers, I think I mentioned doctors, nurses, dental hygienists, Anybody. People have come out of retirement to join this business. At 70 years old, there is a gal who's 70 years old and is now a millionaire in her 70s because of Arbonne. It's so amazing. Join us.